Hello YouTube. I'm glad that some pioneering fountain pen makers are still with us, such as Otto and Waterman. But if we're talking about lasting international reputation, I'm sure Parker would be at the top of the list. This time we'll have a look at a few Parker models, old and new, that I think would be suitable for the modern user. I am taking an approach focusing on practicality and sustainability rather than that of a collector. Here are four that I consider as worthy of consideration. The 51 and the 45 represent the classics, while the Sonnet and IM represent the moderns. Please note that they all come with hard nibs, made after the time when flex was still considered an essential feature. Plenty have been said about the 51 already, so there's not much point in me repeating them here. It is worth reminding that it was a revolutionary design, unlike anything else before, with a fully enclosed streamlined shape. The pen was designed to provide an ultra-reliable ink supply to the nib within the context of a special fast-drying ink which was soon phased out. The 51 is a typical black box design where everything works behind the scene. Basically, you fill it and write, and that's it. And that should appeal to many modern users. It is best to get an aromatic version like this one rather than the earlier vacuumatic for being practically maintenance-free. That said, some aromatics were fitted with a silver breather tube inside, and that is prone to corrosion. But stainless steel replacements are available. A well-sorted aromatic 51 will carry on for decades to come. Unlike the 51, the 45 was meant to be an affordable pen, but Parker did not expect it to change the course of mainstream pen design. Being the first modern cartridge converter pen, it demonstrated the advantage of this modular system and established the still current Parker cartridge converter standard. Its 46-year production run means that there are plenty of them around. Unless you're looking at rare versions designed by collectors, market prices are still very reasonable, and you can do well by upgrading its squeeze converter to a modern Parker one, as shown. The Sonnet has been with us for a fair few years now, and it stays popular. We can consider its styling as a modern interpretation of the classic style, with a regular exposed nib and such. A nice touch is that the nib is locked to the feet to ensure that they're at the optimum position in relation to each other. While being all metal except for the section, it is still reasonably light in weight, very well balanced, and the size is just right for most people. The IM here is the original version made before the 2016 revamp, which made it more mainstream in appearance. But this one has the cylindrical nib rather than a regular one like that on the Sonnet, as on the revamped version. Along with some other current Parker models, it is quite a modern design to appeal to the modern user. While being a little bit bigger than the Sonnet, its aluminium construction makes it a little bit lighter. I do not have the revamped version for comparison, but the feet has a shaped indentation so as to get the nib properly positioned. Also note the absence of a breather hole on the nib. It makes it a little bit more prone to nib creep, but it does not affect performance. Most of the time, having an illustrious history is a heavy baggage. I'm quite sure that there are purists who would want Parker to turn back the clock and produce exact copies of their products from, say, the 1920s. But in this changing world with changing needs, I think Parker has done a great job making products that meet current needs, while some of the heritage model can still do that. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.